Hey there, Serene Wisdom fam! Did you know that Social Security might run out of funds by 2035, or even sooner if things don't change? I'm Tony, your go-to guy for thriving after 45, and welcome to Serene Wisdom, where we tackle the big stuff to help us seniors live our best lives. Today, we're diving into a question I know a lot of you are worried about. Will Social Security survive in 2025? And what do we need to know to protect our future? I've been hearing from so many of you in the comments saying things like, Tony, I'm counting on Social Security for retirement. Will it still be there for me? I feel you. I'm over 60 myself and I rely on those monthly checks too. So, I did some digging into the latest 2025 reports, talked to financial experts, and I'm breaking it all down for you in a way that's easy to understand. We'll look at what's happening with Social Security right now, what might happen in the next few years, and most importantly, 5 things you can do to prepare, just in case. First, let's talk about what's going on with Social Security in 2025. I know this topic can feel overwhelming, but I promise to keep it simple. Social Security is a program that's been around since 1935, and for us seniors, it's a lifeline. About 90% of people over 65 rely on it for at least part of their income, according to the Social Security Administration. I remember when I first started getting my checks, I felt such a sense of relief knowing I had that steady support. But here's the thing, Social Security is facing some big challenges. A 2025 report from the Social Security Administration says the trust fund that pays our benefits is running low. Why? Well, there are a few reasons. First, people are living longer, which is great, but it means Social Security is paying out benefits for more years than it used to. Second, there are fewer workers paying into the system. Back in the 1950s, there were 5 workers for every retiree, but now it's closer to 2.5. And third, wages haven't kept up with inflation, so the payroll taxes that fund Social Security aren't growing as fast as they need to. I read that in 2024, Social Security paid out more than it took in, and the trust fund is projected to be depleted by 2035 if nothing changes. That's only 10 years away. I don't know about you, but that makes me a little nervous. I started thinking about my own retirement. Will I still get my full benefits in 2035? What about my kids when they retire? So I decided to dig deeper and figure out what's really going on and, more importantly, what we can do about it. Now, let's get to the big question. Will Social Security survive in 2025? The short answer is yes, it's not going away this year. But there are some red flags we need to watch. The 2025 Social Security Trustees report says that the program can pay full benefits until at least 2035, but that's only if the trust fund holds up. Here's the catch. If the economy takes a downturn, or if Congress doesn't act to fix the funding issues, we could see changes sooner. I read a 2025 article from AARP that says some lawmakers are already talking about possible changes like raising the retirement age, cutting benefits for higher earners, or increasing payroll taxes. None of these changes are set in stone, but they're on the table. I started thinking about my friend Linda. She's 62 and just started collecting Social Security. She told me, Tony, I'm worried they'll raise the retirement age to 70. I can't work that long. I totally get her concern. On the other hand, some experts are more optimistic. A financial advisor I spoke with said that Social Security has faced challenges before, like in the 1980s, and Congress always stepped in to fix it. Back then, they raised taxes and made some adjustments, and the program survived. So, while Social Security isn't disappearing in 2025, we need to be prepared for changes down the road. That's why I'm sharing 5 things you can do right now to protect yourself, no matter what happens. Let's start with the first tip. Understand your Social Security benefits and plan ahead. Knowledge is power, fam. A lot of us don't even know how much we're supposed to get or when we should start collecting. I'll admit, I didn't pay much attention at first. I just signed up at 62 because I wanted the money sooner. But then I learned that waiting until your full retirement age, which is 67 for most of us, can increase your monthly check by up to 30%. And if you wait until 70, it's even more. A 2025 report from the Social Security Administration says that for every year you delay past your full retirement age, your benefit grows by about 8%. So I went online to the Social Security website, it's ssa.gov, and checked my estimated benefits. It's super easy. You just create an account, and you can see your earnings history and projected payments. I found out that if I had waited until 70, I'd get about $500 more a month. I wish I'd known that sooner, but it's not too late to plan. If you're not collecting yet, think about delaying if you can. It could make a big difference. And if you're already collecting, like me, start thinking about how you'd manage if benefits get cut in the future. That leads me to my next tip. The second tip is to build a backup savings plan, because we can't rely on Social Security alone. A 2025 study from the National Institute on Retirement Security says that 77% of Americans over 60 don't have enough savings to cover their expenses if Social Security benefits are reduced. That hit me hard. I don't want to be caught off guard. So I started looking at my own savings. I've got a small nest egg, but I realized I need to be smarter about it. One thing I did this month was set up a separate savings account just for emergencies. I call it my peace of mind fund. I put in $50 a month, which isn't much, but it adds up. A financial planner I talked to said that even small amounts can grow if you start now. She suggested putting money into a high-yield savings account. Some of them offer 4% interest in 2025, which is way better than the 0.5% I was getting. I also started cutting back on little things like eating out less and brewing my coffee at home. I saved about $30 a week, which goes straight into my fund. If Social Security gets cut, having that backup can help cover essentials like groceries or meds. I feel a lot more secure knowing I'm taking steps to protect myself, and I know you can too. Now, let's talk about tip number 3. Stay informed and speak up. Social Security is a political issue, and what happens to it depends on what lawmakers decide. A 2025 article from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says that public pressure can make a big difference. When seniors and workers speak up, Congress listens. I remember back in the 1980s, my parents wrote letters to their representatives when Social Security was in trouble, and it helped push through reforms. So, I decided to get involved. I signed up for AARP's email updates. They send out alerts about Social Security news and tell you how to contact your lawmakers. It's so easy. You can email or call your representative in just a few minutes. I sent a message to my congressperson last week saying, "I'm a senior who relies on Social Security. Please protect our benefits." It felt good to use my voice. AARP also has a great tool on their website where you can track proposed changes to Social Security. It's at aarp.org. I check it once a month to stay in the loop. If we all speak up, we can make sure our voices are heard. Let's not leave our future up to chance, fam. The fourth tip is to diversify your income if you can. I know, not everyone can work after 60, but even a little extra income can help. A 2025 report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says that 20% of people over 65 are still working part-time, often in flexible roles. I started thinking about my own skills. I love gardening, so I decided to sell some of my extra veggies at the local farmer's market. Last weekend I made $40 just selling tomatoes and zucchini. It was fun and I got to chat with neighbors. It didn't even feel like work. If you're not into selling stuff, there are other options. My friend Susan, who's 68, does online surveys for a few bucks an hour while she watches TV. She uses sites like Swagbucks and she makes about $100 a month. It's not a lot, but it covers her phone bill. You could also try tutoring, pet sitting, or even renting out a spare room if you have one. The idea is to have a little extra coming in, so you're not 100% reliant on Social Security. I feel more in control knowing I've got a small side hustle, and it's given me a new sense of purpose too. And now we've reached the final tip, the one I think is the most important of all. Focus on your health and well-being. You might be wondering, Tony, what does this have to do with Social Security? Well, hear me out. If Social Security benefits get cut, we might need to stretch our dollars further, and staying healthy can save you a ton of money. A 2025 study from the National Institute on Aging says that seniors who stay active and manage stress spend 25% less on healthcare costs. That's huge. I started doing some of the yoga poses I shared in my last video, and it's helped me feel stronger and less stressed. I also made a point to eat better. I swapped out processed snacks for fruits and veggies, and I drink more water every day. One day I went for a walk in the park with my grandkids and I felt so alive. No doctor visits needed. I also started calling friends more often to stay connected. Laughing with them lowers my stress and keeps me grounded. When you're healthy, you're not spending as much on meds or hospital bills, which means your Social Security checks go further. Plus, Feeling good gives you the energy to advocate for yourself and plan for the future. This tip ties everything together. When you take care of yourself, you're in a better spot to handle whatever comes your way. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about Social Security in 2025 and how to prepare. We've talked about the challenges Social Security is facing, why it's not going away this year, but might change in the future, and 5 things you can do to protect yourself. Understand your benefits, build a backup savings plan, stay informed and speak up, diversify your income, and focus on your health. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better knowing I've got a plan in place. Social Security has been there for us, and I'm hopeful that with some changes, it'll be there for our kids and grandkids too. But we can't just sit back, we've got to take control of our own futures. I hope this video has given you the tools and confidence to do that. Let's keep thriving together, Serene Wisdom fam. Our best days are still ahead. What did you think of this Social Security update? Are you feeling more prepared now? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'm reading every single one. And if you found this helpful, check out our video for more ways to stay healthy and save money. It's a game changer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video to thrive after 60. Let's keep the Serene Wisdom spirit alive. See you in the next one, fam.